Hey guys, today I want to talk about why is it that most of you still use the bank and believe in the banking system today. Now let's go back to the banking system. Let's talk about how did you get introduced to the bank. Your knowledge of the bank is stemmed back from your grandparents. There was a particular time in the banking system where the banks actually used to give you better interest rate than most vehicles out there. If we went back to October of 1981, where in October 1981, the bank gave an interest rate that peaked at 18.63%. And this is something that most people didn't know, that the banks used to give good interest rates. So because of this notion and this understanding is why many people today believe that the bank is a great place to save their money, because everybody remember at a particular time our grandparents used to use the bank as a way to save. But let's talk about what changed. What changed is an event that transpired in 1971 when they took us off the gold standards. See, during this era, this is where our money was stopped being backed by gold and it went from being money to become currency. And that's where it becomes a fiat currency due to this action that took place in 1971 when they literally terminate the gold for dollar concept. Then the booming of the mutual funds started in 1979, which is pretty much the era where everybody was able to make a lot of money in the stock market and do it safely, where they was able to allow, low income investors to have access to the stock market. Because investing your money in the stock market wasn't easy at a particular time like that. It was very expensive to have a share in a company. So they created a mutual fund, which was like a low level, way of owning a piece of a company at a lower level. Then 1978, there was a tax code that was created by Congress, which allowed what we now know as the IRS tax code, which is the 401k, which is a part of the Revenue Act that was passed at that particular time. And then this tax code was discovered by a gentleman named Ted Benner, who created the first ever 401k plan in 1982 with 52 participants. So today you are sold that your 401k is a retirement plan, but realistically, if you look at this document right here, this clearly tells you when the Revenue Act that was passed in 1978 that the 401k is nothing but an IRS tax code. And when you know about a 401ks, these are pretty much identify where someone works a traditional job, or if there's a 403b, this person particular work within a nonprofit program. And if there's a 457, it tells me that someone works in a particular government establishment. So when you think about why we put our money in the banks and why are we saving money in our 401ks, it tells you clearly that all of this is based upon us not knowing the originator and how it started. So if you'd like to learn more, literally click the link or join us or text I am ready to 973-873-5977. I look forward to teaching you more. See you at the top.